Headlines blare across television screens, radio waves, and the front pages of newspapers. The story is everywhere. The world's eyes are fixed on Nicaragua, a small nation now at the center of a global storm. Beijing's bold move in America's backyard. The ink is barely dry on new agreements, and already speculation swirls about what this partnership means for the balance of power in the region. Nicaragua bets its future on a Chinese canal. The proposed waterway, rivaling the Panama Canal, promises to transform the nation's fortunes, or so its backers claim. In Rivas, farmers eye their fields, uncertain if this is their last season on ancestral land. Generations have tilled this soil, but now, rumors of expropriation and forced relocation cast a long shadow over their livelihoods. In Managua, officials promise a new dawn, touting jobs, investment, and a place on the world stage. But along the canal's route, resistance simmers, protests erupt in rural villages, and skepticism grows. On Lake Nicaragua's shores, fishermen cast nets as they have for generations. Now, their future is threatened by a plan to carve a shipping lane through the heart of their world. The lake, a source of life and legend, faces an uncertain fate. The government touts prosperity, but locals fear displacement and environmental ruin. Families worry about losing their homes, their land, and the delicate ecosystems that sustain them. Communities are split. Some see hope for jobs and progress, others see a foreign takeover. Heated debates fill town halls, with neighbors and friends on opposite sides of the argument. Whispers of land grabs and lost sovereignty echo through small towns. Murals and graffiti demand justice, while rumors of backroom deals fuel distrust. The debate is personal, dividing neighbors and families. Dinner tables become battlegrounds, and lifelong friendships are tested by the uncertainty of what lies ahead. As of October 2025, the canal remains a looming specter. No major construction, but the threat of expropriation hangs over thousands. Fields lie fallow, machinery rusts, and, for sale, signs dot the countryside, marking dreams put on hold. The government insists the project is alive. Critics call it a phantom. Each side accuses the other of spreading misinformation, deepening the divide. Uncertainty torments those in its path. They can't sell, invest, or plan for the future. Businesses hesitate. Families postpone decisions, and a sense of paralysis grips entire communities. Life is lived in limbo, hostage to a geopolitical dream they never asked for. Every day brings new rumors, but few answers, as ordinary people wait for clarity that never comes. For Nicaragua, the canal is both promise and peril, its people caught in the crossfire. The nation stands at a crossroads, its future uncertain, as hope and fear intertwine on the banks of Lake Nicaragua. The Gran Canal Interoceanico de Nicaragua is a colossal proposal, one that has captured the imagination of a nation and the attention of the world. This ambitious project aims to carve a new path across Central America, forever altering the landscape and the fortunes of Nicaragua. The plan is to create a 173-mile waterway linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, slicing through the heart of Nicaragua. This would be a monumental engineering feat, connecting two great bodies of water and opening up a new artery for global commerce. The proposed canal would be even bigger than the legendary Panama Canal, which has long been a symbol of human ingenuity and international trade. Designed to accommodate the world's largest ships, the canal would feature state-of-the-art deep-water ports, a sprawling free trade zone, and a brand-new international airport. These facilities would transform Nicaragua into a major logistics hub, attracting investment and creating thousands of jobs. The ultimate goal is nothing short of revolutionary: to reshape global trade routes, double Nicaragua's GDP, and lift millions of its citizens out of poverty by providing new opportunities and economic growth. Proponents envision a new era for international shipping, with faster, more efficient routes and significantly lower transportation costs. They see Nicaragua stepping onto the world stage as a key player in global logistics. For the people of Nicaragua, the canal represents a once-in-a-lifetime chance to rewrite their country's destiny, offering hope for a brighter, more prosperous future. Yet, the world watches with a mix of fascination and skepticism, wondering if such a massive mega-project can truly deliver on its bold promises, or if it will become another cautionary tale. The scale of the canal is staggering, requiring the movement of 10 times more earth than the Panama Canal's most recent expansion, and demanding unprecedented resources and coordination. The route would cut through pristine rainforests and the vast expanse of Lake Nicaragua, raising serious concerns about environmental impact and the future of local communities and wildlife. Its impact would ripple far beyond Nicaragua's borders, influencing global trade, shifting geopolitical alliances, and threatening fragile ecosystems that are vital to the planet's health. It's a high-stakes gamble, with billions of dollars and the hopes of a nation on the line. The world is watching closely, waiting to see if Nicaragua's bold bet will pay off, or falter under the weight of its own ambition. In the end, the canal is more than just a waterway. It's a test of ambition, risk, and national identity, a symbol of what a country can achieve when it dares to dream big. Canals have shaped empires and economies for centuries. China's ancient Grand Canal unified a nation and fueled commerce. The Suez Canal slashed travel times between Europe and Asia, becoming a lifeline for empires and a flashpoint for conflict. The Panama Canal cemented U.S. power, linking oceans and transforming global trade. These projects brought immense wealth and influence, but also risk, exploitation, and foreign control. The Nicaraguan Canal aspires to repeat these successes. But history warns of pitfalls. Canals are more than infrastructure. They're symbols of pride, engines of growth, and magnets for power struggles. Nicaragua's dream is to join this legacy, while hoping to avoid its darker chapters. The canal's modern story begins with Wang Jing, a Chinese telecom tycoon with no experience in megaprojects or large-scale infrastructure. Through HKND, he secured a sweeping 50-year concession from President Ortega, exclusive rights, minimal taxes, and vast land powers. Ortega sold the canal as a path to independence, but critics saw a giveaway to foreign interests. Beijing claims the project is private, but few doubt China's strategic interest. Financing remains a mystery. Wang's fortune collapsed, and no major backers emerged. The canal's fate is tangled in secrecy, politics, and the shadow of global ambitions. The canal sparked fierce resistance from farmers, indigenous groups, and environmentalists. Tens of thousands could be displaced, with fears of unfair compensation. Lake Nicaragua, the region's vital freshwater source, faces catastrophic risks from dredging and saltwater intrusion. The route cuts through rainforests and protected reserves, threatening biodiversity and wildlife corridors. Activists say environmental reviews were rushed and inadequate. Protests have been met with government crackdowns, but the movement endures. For many, this is a fight for land, water, and the right to be heard. The human cost of progress looms large. Nicaragua's future hangs in the balance. Building the Nicaragua Canal would require an unprecedented feat of engineering, moving 5 billion cubic meters of earth. To put that in perspective, that's 10 times the amount moved during the Panama Canal's most recent expansion. The sheer scale of excavation would reshape entire landscapes, demanding enormous resources, advanced machinery, and a massive workforce working around the clock for years. The proposed route slices through regions riddled with fault lines and delicate ecosystems. This raises serious concerns about triggering earthquakes and causing irreversible damage to wetlands and water sources. Environmentalists warn that construction could disrupt habitats, threaten endangered species, and worsen water shortages for local communities already struggling with drought. Perhaps most alarming, the canal's massive locks would draw water from Lake Nicaragua, the largest freshwater lake in Central America. This could lower water levels dramatically, endangering the lake's survival, harming fisheries, and jeopardizing the livelihoods of thousands who depend on it. The official $50 billion price tag is staggering, but many experts believe it's a significant underestimate. With potential delays, environmental mitigation, and unforeseen engineering challenges, the true cost could easily double, making it one of the most expensive infrastructure projects in history. Meanwhile, Panama's expanded canal already accommodates most of the world's largest ships, efficiently handling global trade and reducing the need for an alternative route in the region. This raises a critical question. Does the world truly need another interoceanic canal, especially one with such high risks and costs? Since 2014, the project has been at a standstill. There's been no visible construction, no secured funding, and no clear path forward. The grand vision has faded, leaving behind empty offices and abandoned sites. Many now suspect the canal was less about transportation and more about geopolitics, a strategic move rather than a genuine infrastructure plan. The controversy has sparked protests, debates, and international scrutiny. Yet, the legal concession for the canal still exists, lingering in the background. This leaves the door open for a possible revival in the future, should political or economic winds shift once again. The canal is a flashpoint in US-China rivalry. For over a century, the US has dominated Central America. Now, China eyes a strategic foothold. For China, the canal offers secure trade routes and a symbol of global power. For Nicaragua, it's a chance to pivot away from US influence. The project could disrupt regional economies and alliances, redrawing the political map. Though dormant, the canal's specter shapes regional politics and global strategy. The US watches warily. China may be waiting for its moment. For Nicaraguans, their homeland is a pawn in a high-stakes game, its fate uncertain, its people caught between giants.